Hey, we're back here at Ushicon. I am here with Greg, who is the con chair of Ushicon. He's going to tell us a bit about what is anime to start off with for people who may not know, who have been living under a rock.
So, yeah, for people who maybe are not really familiar with anime, a couple decades ago, anime was usually referred to as Japanimation because anime is animation made in and for Japan. So it's pretty much foreign cartoons that are better than our He-Man and She-Ras of the day. Although we showed those this morning.
Oh, He-Man was pretty cool, though. But, I mean, yeah. But for us children of the 80s, so it would be like Voltron. Silverhawks, Robotech, Speed Racer, all those kind of guys.
Yeah, Thundercats was actually made in Japan, but it's not considered anime because it was made for America.
Interesting. Yeah, it did kind of have that old school anime feel to it. Now that I think about it, that makes some more sense.
And then Robotech, of course, was 3 different anime series in Japan that they then re-edited together into one series in America.
Awesome. And of course, a lot of people, I was interested to find this out, that DBZ was actually in the 80s originally.
Originally in Japan, DBZ and Sailor Moon were both, I think Sailor Moon was early 90s maybe, but yeah, they were both big in Japan.
I remember in high school, I found these little DBZ figurines, and I looked at the copyright date on the back and it said like 1986, and I was like, holy crap, I was like, this thing's old. I thought that was interesting. And that's kind of funny because like one of my animes that I like is Shin-Chan, which
Crown Shin-Chan, yes,
which is from I think from like the 70s or so originally.
Very long running show, yeah.
But it's all been redubbed for
for an American audience.
And they talk about all current events and stuff. It's still funny as hell though.
Yeah, there's several like that. Case Closed has also been running for like 30 years, and it's originally called Detective Conan in America, but because we already have a Conan. Yeah, and I guess 2 now, then we couldn't have a 3rd one there. So
yeah, and then Lupin the Third would be another one.
There's a Laserdisc game like Dragon's Lair for that. It's really cool.
Laserdisc. I haven't heard that in like 20 years.
That's old school anime fandom right there, which is what we're all about. We are all about old school retro anime and fans that are over 18, people that not all a bunch of high school kids running around, waving around whatever they saw on the internet that day.
Yeah, I haven't seen like a bunch of little Narutos running around going, believe it, believe it, believe it. And so I haven't had to smack anyone upside the head, which is nice. It
is good. That's what we aim for.
So how long has Ushicon been going on here?
Well, so now Ushicon originally started in 2002, and we were just, I don't want to say standard, but we were a regular anime convention. And then after 5 years, some of our staff got tired of babysitting. So
understandable.
We rebranded as an adults-only anime convention, which we sometimes have to explain doesn't mean we're just all about beer and porn. We have that, but that's not all we're about. We are actually more about anime and our hobby related to that, but we give people that are adults a chance to hang out with other adults, essentially.
A chance for the grown-up nerds to come together
and
have some fun. And it's funny you mentioned the porn, which would be hentai.
Right.
So some people don't know the difference about those. I know our esteemed cameraman / director here, Ken, he's a little slow on stuff like that.
Yeah, there's hentai, which is just straight up like porn, and I mean it's animated, so there's some unusualness in there. And then there's yaoi, which is man on man, and there's yuri, which is girl on girl.
I just know a lot of the hentai, there always seems to be some kind of tentacle beast.
There are a lot of beasts with many orifices, and yeah. I don't necessarily get into that. That's not my thing.
Yeah,
And that's not what our show is about exclusively. But,
but it's interesting.
it is a genre that some people are really into.
Yeah.
You seem a little more knowledgeable about it than I would have expected. But,
I have a friend who's in some soup.
Sure,
some
a friend.
Very
No, that's
odd.
fine.
No, he's my part-time co-host actually.
I'm not here to
He-
judge
yeah,
you.
No, that's fine. But he likes to go to I Love Video and rent some very weird movies. It's like we actually would sometimes do like Asian film movie night.
Oh, nice,
and,
yeah.
it's actually pretty cool. We rented Elfin Lied one night.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty cool. That's actually one I didn't want to go back and finish. It's just something about some crazy girl running around naked, and she has got tentacles coming out of her back that kill everyone. It's kind of cool.
I mean, if that's what you're into, you know.
And she just goes, pew. I don't know. Something about that is interesting to me. So, and then I noticed you guys have the maid cafe here.
Yes, we do. We
which
have
is-
a maid cafe. We have our waitresses dressed up as maids. They do some performances, and we also have our guys cooking up some Japanese dishes for people. We have curry. We have gyudon. We have various other things. We started that because a lot of times attendees have a hard time finding affordable food nearby.
Yes.
And it's like I got to drive somewhere to get something. So we started a cafe so that people could get a nice hot meal and without leaving the convention.
And do you charge $20 for a Coke?
No, I don't know. I think we have free tea, but I'm not sure. And then
Awesome.
I don't quote me on it, but I think we do. And then yeah, the meals are like $5 or something.
That's pretty nice because I know a lot of the cons I've been to. It's especially a certain very large con who we won't say names because we're on good terms with them, but it's their food tends to be a bit overpriced. Like $15 for a sandwich and a Coke. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, usually they arrange that with the facility, and we have a great arrangement. We have a great relationship with our facility, so they let us do a lot of stuff.
And that's the Wingate Hotel in Round Rock. Plug.
Inn and Conference Center.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And they're renovating, so next year it should be even better.
Awesome. If people want more information about Ushicon, where do they go to check that out?
They can find our website at www.ushicon.com. That's USHICON.com. Or you can check our Facebook or our Twitter.
Awesome. Well, it's been fun talking to you, and we're going to have some more fun checking stuff out here. And thanks for your time.
All right, have a good time.
All right. Awkward handshake. Yeah.